What's good? You know, every day I wake up and I know that for a fact that I can do a whole lot better or do a whole lot more to reach closer to my goals. But the more I keep thinking of all of the options to take, the more I have to limit myself to certain situations. But the way that my mind is set up in a sober mind, a sober mindset to take on the world or to be one of the most example successful people, I have to think a lot further. And now I wake up every morning and I see in my mind larger visions. There's something that I've listened to last week. It said, if you want to be successful, you're going to have to leave the way you are. Change. Leave the people that you are constantly around. Leave your job. Do things very different to attract what you want to become and where you want to be. And most of the time when I'm at my job, I'm staring at all these clouds, because at the same time, I don't watch a lot of TV. If I do, it's only movies on Netflix. I don't read the newspaper. I don't worry about all these situations with the president election. Half of the time it wasn't about the Olympics or whatever. It was all about me. And when I look at these clouds and all of my studying and learning from the Bible, the Holy Quran, the Torah, about God creating the heavens and the earth and the sun, moon, and stars, the dust, the dirt, the animals, the creatures, the fowl on the earth, the waters, and God is within you as you are in Him. Do good unto others as you want others to do good unto yourself. Share the knowledge because it's not yours from the beginning. Help others because helping was here before you came. Share because that was here before you came. So I'm sharing my different levels of thinking and how I have to achieve on being where I want to be, and not how I'm going to do it because I don't know, because I did not write down any plans. But I think about these clouds all the time, and all of these clouds, they have a different measurement. They have a different form. They hold a certain amount of water or precipitation or whatever in the sky. And I'm like, well, if I can't, let's say for an example, or no, not an example, let's say for real, if I'm not making $1 million this year, then how can I make clouds? How can I make clouds? And then as I sat back and I'm parked in the parking lot and I'm looking up at the clouds, I'm like, well, I do make clouds. Because clouds can look gloomy. Clouds can look dreadful at a time of a certain weather condition. So yes, I do make clouds. I do make clouds for shade because some people do not want to be around the light for right now. Comfort, cool, warmth, feeling a certain way about me or themselves. And so I had to think I had to think of it like that. And living a life of striving for this thing to be successful, or trying or doing or applying, and then reading and studying and talking about that success is already in the mind, the body has to get there. Well, if somebody can help me out, how can you reach $1 million in 1 year? And then I said to myself, I said, to make extra money, you're going to have to invest into certain things. So I have to invest in any possible thing that sells, and that is another thing I've heard before, that you have to sell yourself. Sell myself. So I have to be qualified to reach in the path of making that amount of money. So I have to train and condition my own clouds to myself, because I could be clouding my own mind from other situations that are blocking my vision. You see? Clouding my vision, the fog, the smoke, the thickness of the distractions. Cloudy. So now I don't want to be a cloud, because I was clouding my own self before I was helping anybody else or showing somebody else about the clouds or being a certain condition. So it's a learning process when you put yourself in a meditating act, and you're alone and you're at work and you go to sleep and you're back at work and you're just thinking about yourself on how you can achieve these goals, you can cloud your own mind at certain things. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, wow. For surely man is in loss except those who accept the Lord, but the Lord is within you as long as you accept to do the righteousness. So if I want to be very good in what I do and to achieve a certain result, then I'm going to have to put out more. You see? More. Helping others. And I'm not going to, well, yes, I am. Every day I help out a homeless person. Around my job is a lot of homeless people, children to adults. I see a lot of black men. And I tell you the truth, a lot of black men are sleeping on the fucking streets. And I'm looking at them and all they do is fucking sleep. And then I take a look at myself. I'm like, well, I gotta get the fuck up and go to work, because I don't want to go to sleep like these people. And then I look at the other races of the homeless people. Same thing, sleep. But I'm looking at the condition of myself. I have to look at myself and look at others and see what they're doing that I don't want to do. They sit down all day. They have their hand out, panhandling. And I'm looking, I'm like, well, I don't want to do that. Let me not ask everybody. Let me do certain things myself. And if I do need help, let me go out and ask. Well, at least they're trying. And I give them some food. I buy them a lot of food. One person I may buy 4 sandwiches, 2 drinks, some cereal, and then I give them money on the side and a shirt. And in my mind, I'm like, well, I just fed this man enough so he can sustain or maintain for a few more days until he's hungry again. Well, guess what? When I was feeding a homeless man, I was looking at myself. Am I homeless as a mindset? Homeless as a mindset. Do I need somebody to feed me the right thing so I can maintain? Do I need to take a nap so somebody can feel sorry for me? And do I need to be dressed a certain way? Well, I read a lot of books, and the people around me, they say, Sean, you're full of wisdom and knowledge, you to God or whatever. And I'm studying because I don't know. I'm reading because I'm trying to figure it out. I have to read other people's perspectives and put it into my own, or experience certain things that I'm doing, then let it apply. And this is where it comes to my perspective of speaking on certain things, And I'm not at the best or at the greatest. I am at the most excellent creative mind, creative movement, creative doing and action to reach those levels of being one of the best. So 100 years down the line, somebody will know that that man has put in the work. And as it is always said, that it is being recorded. Where is it being recorded? Where is it being recorded at? They say the angels or the witnesses or somebody is watching. And it is also being recorded in the mind. So I have to continue to be stronger. Why? The devil in the mind and also around you is not giving up on taking you down. And also your own wicked self is still fighting on taking you down, because it just wants you to relax and go to sleep and do nothing. But the God, the right side, is not giving up. So you are in a fierceless fight to the death. So this is what I learned in the Muslim, that the jihad is the battle within self. Before it is a fight with somebody else, it is the battle within self. It is how you hold your relationship with yourself. It is if you are reaching where you want to go for yourself. You see, the battle is within. So if I want to be successful, I'm going to have to study extra harder, move on certain things, stay at work a little bit longer so I can see an extra amount on my check, or whatever I do on the other side, to invest into and move into certain things, and also make it simple. Instead of seeing it hard, just open it up and seeing it as being successful. Because guess what? I'm not going to fight or strain anymore and end up dying when all of these things are still going to be here when I'm gone. So I'm going to do everything as possible as my life wants me to do it. And if my life wants to be in a certain position, then I'm going to have to place my mindset and my actions and my movement. You know, I'm going to have to leave certain friends or family members. You know, I'm going to have to stay to myself or be around a certain predicament at times. So that is that is the cause. That is the cause of things. So when that happens, then I will start to see more and more results. I will start to see progress. I will start to see or feel the action or use the emotion, the reasonable thinking. You know, the mindset, see on how it changes and it occurs, and then take it from there.